So this story is coming from Luke chapter 7. Now in the story, John's disciples, John the Baptist, his disciples, they told John what Jesus was doing, and John said, or he sent two of them to Jesus to tell Jesus, or to ask Jesus, are you the one who was to come, or should we expect someone else? So they went to Jesus and they told Jesus, John the Baptist sent us to you to ask, are you the one who was to come, or should we expect someone else? Now at that very time, Jesus healed many who were sick with various diseases. He cured many of evil spirits, and he enabled many blind people to see. And so Jesus told them, go back and tell John what you see and hear. The blind see, and the lame walk, lepers are cleansed, the deaf hear, and the dead are raised, and the good news is preached to the poor. So they went back to John, and then Jesus spoke to the crowd about John after they left, and he said, what did you go out in the wilderness to see? A reed blown or swayed by the wind? If not, then what did you go out to see? A man dressed in fine clothing? No, those who wear fine clothing and indulge in luxuries, they live in palaces. So what did you go out to see? A prophet? Yes, and more than a prophet, Jesus said. This is the one of whom it is written, I will send my messenger ahead of you to prepare the way for you. And now all the people and the tax collectors, when they heard Jesus' word, they agreed that God's way was right because they had been baptized by John. But the Pharisees and the teachers of the law, they rejected God's purpose for themselves because they had not been baptized by John. So Jesus went on telling the crowd, what can I compare this generation to? They're like children in the marketplace crying out, hey, we played the flute for you, but you wouldn't dance. And then we sang a lament or a funeral song and you wouldn't cry. Now, in the same way, John the Baptist, he came neither eating bread or drinking wine, and you say he has a demon. And the Son of Man, he came eating and drinking, and you say he's a glutton and a drunkard and a friend of tax collectors and sinners. But wisdom, Jesus said, is proved right by her children. And that's the story from Luke chapter 7.